today?
Locker room's open.
Locker room's open?
That was good.
Let's go get them. Big week.
It's like 5 or 6 of them in a row. It's like, which one is that?
I know.
That one I knew.
That was a good one. Yeah, they had the Auburn one. And was Alabama? Yeah. That was pretty sweet. Big week in college football.
Any game particularly interest you in that?
I know. Yeah, we got to get one. Wolverines got to get one. It's going to be tough.
Will you have a chance to watch that? Can you carve your
Can I
day
watch?
around it?
We have meetings and we're leaving for the airport, I think, around that time. Never really get to watch it, so hopefully find it on the phone or something.
Like the chances.
Man,
That's a long pause.
I've lost a lot of money over the years betting, saying yes, so I'm hopeful. I know hope's not a strategy, but I'm hopeful.
Tom, you talked a lot about games after Thanksgiving. How important are these games as you're making that run towards, whether it be the postseason or game by game, do you get these wins and get yourself together? Yeah,
it's pretty, it's an important time of year for every team. And the teams that are fortunate enough to really still be in it, this is the time where you've pretty much seen what you can do and what the other teams can do. And, the roles guys play and so forth. So we're playing some really good teams. And this is the one that matters the most, the one we got ahead of us. And it's a great football team, well coached. Very good on offense, very good on defense. They don't beat themselves. They're explosive. It's a great football team. So big challenge for us Sunday night football. I'm sure they're going to give us everything they got, and hopefully we can go match it.
Tom, you feeling all right? This flu bug find you in any way, or how are you avoiding it?
I'm a pretty healthy guy, so can't avoid it all the time, but I try to for the most part. So keep my immune system nice and strong if possible.
Tom, when you see pressure later in your career, does the thought or idea of just self-preservation become more of a priority? Understanding one hit could, lead to more absences later in the season.
In terms of
Just preserving yourself, whether it's kind of throwing the ball away or living to see another play, another game. The idea of self-preservation.
I think self-preservation. For a football player, I wouldn't be in the self-preservation business if I was. Trying to be a football player. So you're going to get hit, and you just got to understand that's part of the game. So when they blitz you, you realize you don't have as much time to throw, so you got to throw the ball a little quicker because they have more. The more they blitz, the more one-on-ones there are. So if they blitz a guy, everyone's one-on-one. Sometimes blitz zones and so forth. Sometimes they blitz and they overload you, and you got to throw the ball really quick. So taking hits is part of it. I think my whole objective is standing there and try to get the ball to someone who could do something with it. Try to get it to a receiver or back, tight end with some space so they can make some yards with it in their hands.
Yeah, the reason I asked that your throwaways are up this year, and I'm sure you're not tracking that, or maybe you don't care one way or another, but I was just curious about that with the idea, we might give up this incompletion, but to gain more later in the game and just kind of move on to the next play versus taking a loss.
I don't think I'm throwing it away for that. I'm throwing it away because I don't want to take a sack. So I think part of it's just you feel like you have an opportunity on the play, and if you don't have that, then I think negative plays actually have a big impact on the game. Turnovers and negative plays I think really keep you from winning games. So if you can, your drop back pass, because I'm not really a scrambler.
Not really.
I mean, I've had scrambled in the past. I would say I'd never scramble. I'm just not much of a scrambler. But if I'm going to hold it back there, then usually good things aren't going to happen. So try to throw the ball away to a safe place and live for the next down.
Tom, you've obviously gotten pretty involved in the social media scene over the last few years. But I'm curious how, from your perspective, being in that locker room as many years as you have, how you've seen social media, or maybe even just the phones in general, kind of impact interaction in the locker room.
Yeah.
I've talked to players who played, a decade ago or so even.
Yeah.
And they say things like, there might have been times back then where there was a little bit more interaction, or there was a little bit more trash basketball or whatever,
Yeah.
and now there are other things that people are interested in. Have
Yeah.
you seen that as well, and has it made it hard ever to maybe build team camaraderie or chemistry because of that?
I think it's just a little different, and I think, you're right. It's probably been 10 years, if I think about it, since the iPhone came out, which everyone started just looking at their phones all day. But that's not just a football thing. I think that's a life thing, a family thing, and you're just connected all the time to people, and people want to see kind of what's going on in their daily life. But we still find a ways to connect, and I think there's a lot of times where we don't have the phones. I would say for the most part of the day, nobody has it on them. So we're communicating about football, obviously on the field. So, I mean, maybe we have a break. You'll go check it, see if anything's urgent. Hopefully nothing's urgent, but it's just kind of, guys can do whatever they want when they have, 3 or 4 minutes of time.
You mentioned that you're a pretty healthy guy generally. You've been on the injury report again with the elbow. Are you having to spend extra time just dealing with that aspect?
I feel pretty good. Yeah.
You wouldn't tell us otherwise.
Why would I ever tell you guys anything? The opponents are listening. So, no, I actually feel really good. I mean that.
Okay.
I mean that. No, I know.
Speaking of opponents, what is your connection with Deshaun Watson, and what are your thoughts on him?
Yeah, I got to know him a little bit at the Greenbrier, and I've heard great things about him. Wes was down there with him, and I really liked him, and obviously Billy. I have a great relationship with Billy, and he really likes Deshaun a lot. So, watching him play in college, he's spectacular, and he's off to a great start in his pro career. So, really love watching him play. He's a great leader for their team, and he's hard to stop. He's got a great arm, escapes. They have a lot of playmakers, so it's a very good offense. So, thank you guys.
Thanks, Tom.
Appreciate it.